Hey everyone, it's your friendly neighborhood web-slinging Australian man, Oz Chris, here with some more Spidey-themed reviews. Every day of this week, I think there's going to be some Spider title review. I had Spider-geddon last week, I got 3 here this week, and then I've got like Venom and some other Spider-geddon stuff, and then another Spider-geddon tie-in in the last week. Jeez, Spidey's busy. So we got Amazing Spider-Man number 9, Vault of Spiders number 2, and Venom number 8. So we'll start off with ASM. So from the previous issue, Spidey and Black Cat, Black Cat attacks Spidey before she reveals she knows exactly what's going on with the Thieves Guild, which actually looked up. They had a Gambit. Gambit has met the Thieves Guild or interacted with them one time or another. Didn't really look more into that, but Black Cat reveals she knows about the Thieves Guild. It has a new leader, a more kind of a extreme leader, and she takes Spidey to help retrieve all the stuff that was taken, all the Avengers and superheroes stuff. And then in a secondary story, Mary Jane goes to counselling. Particularly family and loved ones of superheroes counseling by Carly Cooper, who don't really know who she is, but from the conversation here, she used to date Peter. Someone correct me if I'm wrong or I'm right on that. I'm just going from the comic here. Seems to have dated Peter, or at least was friends with Peter and knew that he was Spider-Man. And she recommends that MJ go to this counseling as well because, I don't know, she assumes that MJ is having trouble with Peter and Spidey, which really isn't an MJ kind of thing. She kind of accepts. That was the thing with MJ. She accepted both of them, so I don't see why she would have any troubles with that. But going on, this was an okay-ish. It's an okay issue. It's very dialogue heavy. This probably isn't the best since Spencer's start of ASM. So it's an okay issue, whatever. So on to Vault of Spiders number 2. This is a Spider-geddon tie-in the last one of the Vault of Spiders. So we have 3 tales of 3 different spiders. The Spider, Spider-Man, and Spider's Man. One of which has already appeared. I think 2 of them have already appeared in the main event anyway. These 2, he hasn't. So, starting off with Spider's Man, in a world where this event called the Goblin Night happens, and different versions of the Goblin and Jack-o'-lantern attacking people, non-monsters, because people are disguised as monsters to try and survive, but it doesn't work. The goblins are there to sacrifice them for the Goblin Queen, and then they are faced off against Spider's Man, which in this universe is Peter Parker fell into a this huge huge bowl of radioactive spiders. He died, but his consciousness was absorbed by these spiders, and as such, he now lives on through them. It's an alright short story. It's probably the favorite of the 3. Then you have the next one with Spider-Man, which is Aunt May becoming Spider-Man, getting Spidey's powers. This was an okay one. It was slightly dialogue heavy, not over the top, dialogue heavy. It was an okay one. Then you have the Spider, if Captain Stacy, Gwen's dad, became a Spider-Man of sorts. I kind of like his spider suit, but you don't really get a lot from this one either. They're very short compared to the other ones, but this was another okay one. It's optional pretty much. You don't have to pick these up. If you don't want to spend $3.99, don't spend $3.99 obviously, but it was another okay issue. So going on to the best of the 3, the best for last, Venom number 8. By God, this was a great issue. I mean, every issue of Donny Cates' Venom is great, but this was definitely the best. Even though it unfortunately doesn't have the great Ryan Stegman's art on it, it's still a good story. So, starting off, Eddie visits Flash Thompson's grave, kind of, but he's still with the Maker. The Maker kind of reveals what he's doing there, and reveals he has has a vial of Flash Thompson's DNA, or codex as he calls it, and it contains bits of the symbiote of Venom. As the Maker discovers, you see, we've discovered that the symbiote never truly leaves a host. A cellular imprint, a codex as we've been calling it, is always left behind as a way for their kind to share information about hosts with the rest of the hive. And when the Maker reveals that he wants to dig up Flash's corpse, both Eddie and the Eddie and Venom get really pissed off at this and attack the Maker and steal the codex, which is a really good scene. I'm going to spoil it anyway because I thought it was awesome. So the symbiote grabs the codex, breaks it, and combines with the residual DNA, symbiote DNA in Flash's own DNA, to become Agent Venom. One of the best looking Venoms. Fight me. I really like... Agent Venom was just... was awesome. I love the Agent. Rick Remendez, Cullen Bunn's Agent Venom. It's awesome. So it's good to see Agent Venom again. And because Venom doesn't have a voice, because of what happened with the symbiote dragon and Null, it takes on Flash's voice. So you have these great moments. It's just like, hey, Brock, you mind if I drive? Be my guest, Thompson. Hell yeah. And I'm just going to read out this whole part. And suddenly I'm a passenger again. But this is different. Not like when Null was affecting my other. That felt like drowning. This is like backup. I know this isn't really him. Just some lingering imprint of the man Flash Thompson used to be. The symbiote is speaking in his voice because it doesn't have one of its own. Watching him like this, I think I finally get it. Much as I hate to admit it, Flash Thompson was a badass Venom. Pretty much, yeah. I'd agree with that. Because Eddie at the start says he always thought he was the best because he was the original. He was the original Venom. He believed that he was the most superior Venom of them all. Kind of accepting that there was actually one that was better than him. Flash Thompson's Agent Venom. I do like that moment, and then it ends with there is another big moment at the end, but he finally goes to Flash Thompson's graves and gives his respects, and that's it. This was a great issue, another great issue of Venom. I absolutely love this issue. Pick it up, a definite recommend. So that's it for these 3 Venom Vault of Spiders and Amazing Spider-Man. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.
Is he strong? Listen, bud. He's got radioactive blood. Can he swing from a thread? Take a look overhead. Hey there goes a Spider-Man.